Hari Om. I welcome you all on the second day of Navaratra. And you must be wondering, looking at this nature, the palm tree, the sea, the waves. Actually, Navaratra is totally scientific, getting connected to the nature of the nature. Understand? The nature of the nature, because we all are made up of five elements. And how five elements can be recharged is the way we celebrate our festivals. So it is basically a blend, a beautiful blend of cosmic science, spiritual awakening, brain healing, and social transformation. So Navratra, which is known as a religious ritual, is actually a blend of all these four. And today, on the second day, when we worship Ma Brahmacharini, the goddess of devotion, meditation, and penance, we all have to see how this day balances our mind, body, and society, and even uplifts the poorest sections through collective celebration. Such a beautiful way our Rishi Munis, the scientist beyond scientist, designed this lifestyle where every emotion, where everything with what happens in the nature and the nature of this body and the nature of the society goes hand in hand. We all have to understand this. So now let's understand the spiritual meaning of day two. Brahmacharini, the Ma or the goddess, the one who walks with Brahma. And Brahma is the creator of the universe, the supreme consciousness, the consciousness which prevails on this whole universe. It is one, the cosmic rhythm. And whenever we get sick, we are generally out of the cosmic rhythm. So we have to understand who's Brahmacharini and how is she walking? She's creating a new life, walking with Brahma. So she represents discipline, which is known as tapasya, and unbroken focus. Focus is so important in life. Brahmacharya represents focus. Focus on the possibilities for success and not on the potential for the failure. This was known way back to our Rishimunis that if the focus is not sharp, it's not laser cut, then you cannot achieve your goals because your mind is going to always take you on the fear of failures. So, fear means run from everything, be energyless. So, but when spirituality comes in your life, then you face everything and rise. But earlier to that, you forget everything and run. So, your focus determines your reality. And when Navratra comes, Brahmacharini Ma preaches focus. Even when we do the simple ritual of Aarti, our eyes rotate around the with that fire. We ring the bell, looking at the goddess. So we are focused. So many things are deleted from the brain because we are in the surrender mode and praying to the goddess to bless us with whatever desires we have. And we are so much in confidence. So this goddess represents tapasya, the discipline, and it encourages us to move from the mind wandering. And when it removes us from the mind wandering, we master our mind. So, from mind wandering, we reach mind mastery and then mindful living. All the customs, all the traditions, all the things which we have to follow as a ritual basically help us to redesign our neuropath. So, spiritual practices of day two is like deep meditation, fasting, but with gratitude, being thankful for whatever we are getting to eat, and then lots and lots of charity, serving the poor, the needy, helping people around, which gives us lots of peace, satisfaction. So imagine this simple ritual, how beautifully it designs our life. So scientific, and there is a lots of neuroscientists have their perspective about this. Just see this chart and you will be able to understand it more easily. Yes. So see this chart that shows that mantra effects on the brain, science plus spirituality. The Navaratra has lots and lots of mantra chanting. So total all the things which we follow in Navaratra has an effect on the brain. And this is a combination of science and spirituality. So mantra chanting helps the vagus nerve. And as you all must be knowing, vagus nerve plays a very important role in our body. If it is activated, we have a calmer mind. And generally, you will listen in sharings whenever people share about their transformations. So, the first thing they mention is we feel lots of peace, especially in the Homa or the sacred detox, which we do after during Navratra days. So, daily there is a practice of Havan in different homes where we chant lots of mantras, we lit the fire, and we have a manifestation, lots of rituals, lots of customs, lots of people sitting together and chanting the same mantra. Now, the second thing is fasting. So, BDNF releases, which increases the memory, it boosts our memory. And then the meditation is also a part of Navaratra, in which we secrete alpha and theta waves. Like generally, we our mind is constantly producing beta waves. And beta waves, if we are in beta waves, we are in lots and lots of thinking. We cannot stop overthinking. And overthinking is the biggest disease which takes away all our energy and it defocuses us. People have dopamine crashes because of beta. They are always in wanting of something to make them happy. But when you are in alpha state, theta state, you're connected with your inner core, you're focused, you have a calmer mind. And then the bhajans. So when we sing lots and lots of bhajans, Mata ki bhetein, throughout night and day people are singing, they're clapping hands, they lose the connection with the materialistic world because they are in the theta and gamma state. Then the feeling is that the whole world is the creation of one, that one super cosmic power. There is only one breath, the cosmic rhythm is uniform for everybody, and life becomes so easy and sorted. So we have to understand fasting BDNF means brain derived neurotrophic factor, which when goes up, we have a better memory and we have new neuron regeneration. Neuron regeneration helps us to feel young, to be active, to be, we want to take lots of responsibilities. So it affects brain and hormones. So energy and body rhythm. These 9 days reset our circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm is so important for a healthy, happy, peaceful, and productive life. Your creativity increases, your fear of failure decreases, you are more concentrated, you take decisions fast, but a better, stable decision. So, seasonal detox, because these 9 days, so many people keep fast, and that fast fastens their immunity. So, this strengthens the immunity, it balances the gut bacteria, and which eventually gives you emotional stability. And this is so beautiful, and it is happening around the society. And then there is elective consciousness. Imagine one festival giving so many benefits, endless benefits. So now there are group rituals, there are bhajans, which gives gamma brain waves, and it is in synchronization to everybody. It's like a ripple effect in the society. A collective energy field, a positive energy field is created. And because Navratra is a mass movement of energy. See, there is so much of dance, Garba in Gujarat. People dance with each other. So collective energy is mobilized. Just see how it happens. I'll show you through a diagram. This, just see this compassion flows in the society. Now, first an individual was praying, but when the family prays together, so there's a bigger coherence. And then when you go to temples, you go to these places where everybody's going, doing havan collectively, or there is people are singing bhajan at night, which is known as Jagrata. So the society, so bigger coherence. And when the whole of the city and the whole of the country is doing it together, so the humanity gets blessed. Such an easy way to heal, to transform, to get relieved from all the stress, anxiety, tension, which is the biggest challenge to the society nowadays. The biggest challenge after achieving all the success, all the intelligence, all the science, still people are in so much of tension, so much of anxiety, stress. Now, what happens is it's a mass movement. Everywhere you will see there are so many shops which open, small, small shops. So, flower sellers, coconut vendors, potters, cloth sellers, they get huge business. So, you're supporting the micro economy. Imagine the way they had planned everything. You are supporting the micro economy. Sometimes I feel that all of us, we should pause and think who designed these festivals? Why were they designed? How beautifully they were nurtured. Our rishis and seers were not just spiritual masters, they were social architects. They were intuitive scientists and they were compassionate visionaries. A big vision. Till date, it is helping people imagine when did Navaratra start? When did this celebration start? They understood that human life needs rhythm, a times for work, time for rest, time for cleansing, time for celebration. So they incorporated everything in the lifestyle, naming them as festivals. They foresaw that stress, isolation, and ego would rise in human civilization as desires multiplied. And now you can see it happening everywhere. The desires have become limitless, and so people are just running. How beautifully they designed a festival as a full circle, a full solution, mental health and stress free society. So, 9 days of meditation, fasting, and chanting, it detox your mind and body, both. And then collective celebrations increases the belongingness and emotional release. So many toxins when you're singing, when you're chanting, automatically your brain goes from the beta to alpha, theta. You release hormones like dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin. Your body, your inner becomes so happy. The secretion of hormones becomes balanced and a compassionate and equal society. During these days, a king and a farmer, they both sit together to eat prasad. So prasad is uniform for everybody. There's no rich, there's no poor. Economic circulation, where poor flower vendors, The pot sellers, the tailors, and the women vendors earn during these days a lot through which they support their family. So, the power of intuition and cosmic rhythm. Understand that also. Festivals align with moon cycles, the crop seasons, the weather shifts during these two Navaratras. Once the monsoon is going away and winters are coming. In the other Navaratra, winters are going and the summer is coming. So there's a shift in the weather and the circadian clock and the lifestyle, the routines, the eating habits, everything shifts. So these 9 days gives you a time for a smooth shift inside and outside. Ancients use neo nature. Nature impacts brain chemistry and emotions. So they created rituals to keep human intuition alive. And through this, we stayed connected to earth, to sky, to water, to fire, and to each other. And these are what is different goddesses. First day we charge our earth element, second day we charge our water element, third day we charge our fire element, fourth day we charge our air element, fifth day we charge our space element. And then we go to and we charge our guru element. And then that nada, that vibration, that resonance, that bang, which is continuously moving in whole of the universe. So day by day, you are empowering each and every important element of your life. After thousands of years, still festivals like Navaratra continue to keep us stress-free, compassionate, socially balanced, and intuitive. This is such a wonderful thing. Can you imagine how far-sighted they were? Just see this to understand how they worked deeply in the roots of the society. It's it's quite unbelievable. Just see this chart. See this poster. So this poster says economic upliftment through festivals. Now look at devotees buying items. They're buying flowers, fruits, chunni, prasad, and continuously people are buying from the micro people. So the micro business is getting benefited. Now these people are the important part of the society. If they are not happy, if they are unable to earn, then they will convert into thieves. There will be so much of disharmony in the society. But during these celebrations, people happily go to them. And there's a beautiful saying that, even God went to the shops and they allowed the people to sell them off so that these micro niches can be catered. Now, vendors earn income. The local sellers, the small shops, the rural vendors benefit. Imagine so many rangolis, so many chunnis, so many prasadam, all these are from the local sellers. We are not ordering them online. We're going there. It's like a festival, the Mela, a carnival. 9 days and night it's going on. Everybody, small and rich, is going through and buying small, small things. This gives family income and basic need is provided. So they get food, they get clothing, they get shelter. And this improves their health. Imagine such a beautiful cycle. Like there's a water cycle. Our Rishi Munis knew how to create a cycle in the life through these festivals so that everybody gets benefited. They don't have to become beggars. They can become givers themselves just by earning from these 9 days. And then the education and the future growth gets affected. Children get educated and they get better opportunities in life. So the societal happiness and harmony. Imagine. Now, the number of cases of suicides are increasing because of the pressure on the youth. There is so much of competition. They have to achieve grades because they have lost control with these small, small festivals, which were actually healing mentally, physically, socially. A beautiful way to live a life and where everybody is just chanting Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Imagine the smile on the faces of the vendors who are getting abundance, coming all the way from the farms, from the villages to sell off these small, small things. And as you see Ma Brahmacharani, you feel a sense of calming down in your brain, a calmness. So why can't we all work together? Take a pledge to bring discipline in our life like Ma Brahmacharani, the one who walks with Brahma, the creator, to heal our mind, which is backed up by science. All the rituals, all the festivals are highly scientific. We just have to go deep in the knowledge. Now, these are the festivals which bring smiles and income to the poorest, and they get respect. They get blessings. We all get so much of blessings by them, which cannot be bought. So when science and spirituality meets, not only minds heal, but societies rise at large. So we have to understand our festivals. We have to give importance to our festival. We have to understand the scientific aspects. They were the best people to decide how societies can be uplifted. I think they were the biggest MBA, masters of masters. I feel so proud when I'm talking about our customs, our rituals, which was not superstition. They were super scientific. So for them, I would like to recite a poem. They were not men in robes alone, but sages with a seeing mind, who turned their hearts to cosmic pulse and shaped a path for a human mind and for a human kind. They mapped the stars, the winds, and the rains. They sensed what minds would one day feel. They knew that stress would rise, that hearts would break, and rituals would gently heal silently, regularly, peacefully, beautifully. So they planted joy in every moon and fasting in the changing climb. They crafted chants not just for gods, but to reset the soul through time. And now people are understanding, they're understanding the power of Havan. How beautiful it is healing your mind. It is bringing your mind to Gamma state just in 20 minutes. Otherwise, if anybody meditates, it takes minimum 20 years or 30 years to bring your mind or brain into that state, which you get only in 20 minutes of Havan. The Havan, which Hariom Smiles has designed by, by doing meditation regularly. We have downloaded this from the universe. It's all blessing by the universe to give a ready to eat, like a ready to eat pill which works for all kind of people, for all ailments, whether it is the disease mentally, physically, socially, or economical. It heals all. And neuroscientists have done so many researches on our Havan, and they have found such beautiful results. You all must participate. You all must practice it. You all must at least experience it, and you yourself will become magical. Your prefrontal cortex is going to get activated, which brings you or helps you to take decisions. It is a problem resolving part of the brain. If you don't do it, if you don't chant, if you don't connect to your spiritual practices, your limbic brain is going to grow. It's going to become limitless, and so there's going to be lots of anxiety, lots of stress, lots of confusion in life. The easiest way is just connect to your rituals. They are beautifully crafted. So a coconut, imagine, they knew that light would sometimes fade, so they designed a 9-day flame where even the poorest flower girl could smile and sing the goddess name. Imagine, they thought of the poorest and they thought of the wealthiest. A coconut, a matki sold, a diya lit in alleyways. Economies would softly turn, in sacred, subtle, and festival ways. They made the kings and the farmer bow at the same altar of the earth in the temple. When we go to Goddess, she never sees whether we are poor, whether we are rich. All of us need to just bow our head. And that gives us so much of compassion. So many hormones releases which heal us silently. So they made the king and the farmer bow at the same altar of the earth. No caste, no coin, no outer name could hide the soul's intrinsic, intrinsic worth. They did not preach, they wove instead. They didn't feel the need to preach, preach, and preach like we are doing to our children nowadays. They just made a simple, beautiful designing of a lifestyle where after certain months there'll be some other festival to recharge our brain, reboot our thought process, re energize, and to detox whatever is not required in life. So they did not preach, but they wove instead a calendar of rest and rise. So during these days, people give rest to their stomach, give rest to their thoughts, and then they rise. Their intuition rises. So humans don't forget their roots, their breath, their joy, and their inner skies. Their roots, their breath, and their inner skies. Oh, how they knew the mind's own tricks. How worry grows and silence dies. So they gave drums, they gave dance, and they gave lamps to lit us where the spirit flies. And when we put this Akhand Jyot, a fire, a lamp, which lights for the 9 days continuously, we are so attentive, we are disciplined to manage it. So we forget all the cribbing, complaining, criticizing, all these three C's don't come to our mind because we are so busy doing something or the other to please Goddess, whereas it was to release all the three C's. And Goddess automatically awakens within us. She's not outside, she's within us. Today we walk the path they lit with colors, chants, and hopeful tears. Let's honor not just what they taught, but how they saw beyond their ears. All these customs, rituals designed thousands of years back are now getting acknowledged because we had left them the essence, though we were doing, many of us were following, but there was no essence of belief or surrender. We were just doing it maybe with fear or maybe with desires, but the essence about how super consciousness they are, how they help us, how they reboot our energies. And now, when science is connecting, bridging with spirituality, we can easily, and we are surprised to just tell the secret behind all these festivals. How could they know this so many thousands of years back? Because their prefrontal cortex was always activated. They used to use tilak, bindi. So their intuition mind, their subconscious, the unconscious, the cosmos conscious was always activated. For festivals are not just days, they are design of love and light created by those ancient ones who held the world in the quiet side. I'm so happy whenever I bring this message to the society. And when I see these transformations happening, today also, we had a beautiful Havan. And all the youngsters were telling us that we didn't want to open eyes. It made us so peaceful. Our mind relaxed. There was so much of anxiety and stress about the results of the exams, but now we're all sorted. So let's spread this throughout the world. Let's heal this world. Let's understand that if anybody is not in comfort in this whole world, some part of us will also be not peaceful because this whole cosmic works on one rhythm, one breath, one pat. Though it is difficult to believe, with this IQ, but we have proved it. So many times we perform yajna in one city, and the person who's not feeling well or is going through some biggest life challenge is in some other city or maybe in some other country, but they get benefited, and there is so much of happiness, gratitude from them. There is so much of relief. Otherwise, just want to ask this from the society again and again. When we have accomplished, when we have got so many degrees, so many comforts, such a huge empire people have built, but still there is so much of uneasiness. The peace is almost extinct now. Everybody from all age group, there is some kind of stress challenge in the society. So please try to understand. Start loving your culture, your rituals. Try to connect to the scientific. All these rituals and customs have been coded well. So we have to decode them. So this is actually discipline within and compassion complete. So can all of you sit straight and let's do a meditation together. I request all of you to sit straight. Close your eyes gently. Sit comfortably, spine gently erect. Check your shoulders. They should be very soft. And now let your hands rest on your lap, palms facing up, open to receive. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath. And gently exhale like a sigh of relief. Once again, inhale and exhale. And now let the breath find its natural rhythm, like these waves flowing in and out on a quiet shore. Now, as we sit on the second day of Navaratra, now as we pray during this Navaratra, we connect with the divine energy of Ma, the goddess of inner discipline, devotion, and calm determination. Feel her presence as a quiet glow at the center of your chest. Just see this glow, very steady, very peaceful, and very focused. And now gently bring your awareness to your head. Imagine a cold, soft, golden light at the crown. And it is spreading across the forehead, relaxing the muscles around your eyes. And it is easing the tension in your temples, letting your jaw soften. As this light moves down, feel your shoulders drop. The light fills your heart center, and it is activating the parasympathetic nervous system, switching your brain from stress to serenity. Now feel with every breath your brain begins to release serotonin and oxytocin. Feel the soft warmth of safety, of groundedness. You are fully present, you are fully whole, you are deeply connected to yourself. And now chant the mantra, whichever relaxes you. Devi's mantra, Sarva Mangal Mangalya. सर्व मंगल मांगल्य शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके. शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमस्तुते. As you chant, visualize yourself walking with the goddess, barefoot, gently, on a forest path of stillness. You carry a rosary in your hand, a pot of sacred water in the other. You walk with intention, with trust, and with simplicity towards your highest self. And with every step, your brain rewires. Old patterns of distraction dissolve. New neural pathways of peace, clarity, and purpose emerge. You are becoming more centered, more devoted, more awake. And now expand your awareness from yourself to the world around you. Visualize a poor flower vendor preparing garlands before sunrise. See a village woman painting diyas to feed her children. See children selling coconuts and prasad with hopes in their eyes. And now feel love for them. Silently bless them. May they find abundance. May they find health. May they feel respected. May they be happy. And now, when you do this, you feel that your breath no longer belongs just to you, it belongs to all beings. You are radiating peace into the collective consciousness. You're becoming a channel of divine compassion. And you're feeling so relaxed, so empowered. Now slowly bring your awareness back to your breath. Take a deep breath. And rub your palms together. Gently feel the warmth. Now place them over your heart center and bow your head slightly in gratitude. Thank you, Mom, for blessing me with devotion, for blessing me with discipline, for blessing me with direction. May we carry your light into our daily lives. Shukrana. Thank you. I love you. Shukrana. Blessings to all. I pray to Ma that may the coming up generation get awakened with the science behind spirituality and heal themselves.